कैसे भूलूं भला, मैं कभी भूलूंगी ना तुझे, चाहे तू मुझको देना भुला। सौदा ये वादों का है, यादों इरादों का है, ले ले तू वादे चाहे तू तुम कर भी ले। सौदा इशारों का है, चाहत के मारों का है, ले ले इशारे मेरे, इनका असर भी ले।
Hello, all of you. We are back to solve your MTP part 2. Part 1 is already over today morning. Part 2 for DT, we are doing it right now. Tomorrow morning, we are doing GST. GST is not much lengthy, and I'm telling you literally not because I'm taking right now and boosting you all. The paper is going to be easy because it is 50-50 marks weightage. Tomorrow I'll give you a chitta exactly like for CA Inter. The added chapters are place of supply, straight 5-mark question. Whenever they added e-way bill, QR code, straight 5-mark question will come from place of supply. Then what else did they add? Records, TDS, TCS. That will be just simply being asked from your MCQs. Okay, right? I've already given the paper pattern in the first part. Those who have missed, please watch the paper pattern. Just 1 minute. Huh? I'm doing some settings, so just wait. Yes. So already gave you the paper pattern. It's going to be very easy paper, and GST literally like you can be very sure. Tomorrow I'll discuss more in the morning. The paper pattern, the weightage of the topics and all. Okay. Right now we are doing MTP2 and please make sure you do it. Share it with your friends who have not done it. It is having beautiful adjustments which are repeatedly asked. Like one of the pumping heart of the taxation you can say is agricultural income step method calculation. One is ATG, one is your TDS added new section 194 RS पीछे वाला. I'm just saying orally. I'll take one separate topic also for ABC analysis. आज तो सिर्फ ये paper solve कर रहे हैं. But very important is to go through all the 25 practice videos where I've literally made you write कि okay at this point they are usually asking question stamp duty and actual sale consideration. That is the same thing asked here. Sorry, dear students, just wait 1 minute. Thank you for waiting. Chalo. So the schedule is clear to all of you, right? Let us quickly start with MTP and mindset. Ma'am, because you are saying we are remembering, otherwise we were not remembering this, it will come by practice. Please, without fail, check. I'm literally saying please because I know how the trend is. Check a playlist is there where RTPs and MTPs of CA Inter student is there. One playlist is there for RTP, MTP of CMA students. Without fail, solve May 24 RTP because it is having the application based question for every amendment. Second thing is November 23, May 24, December 22, May 20. Like this, all the past exams, at least past 4 attempts, papers are solved. You will struggle solving it alone. So take a printout like this, keep it in your table and solve it with me. Okay. So you will get all those videos. Preferably, I will also share that playlist. Huh? एक बार ये अभी का हो जाएगा तो I will share the playlist. And GST paper is going to be literally like I'm saying बहुत easy है, बहुत easy है. Okay, very quick now recap of those who have missed the morning class. उनके लिए, what is the paper pattern, the mindset for the DT exam for CA Inter? Division A has 15 marks MCQs, either 2 case studies of 6 marks, 3 questions 2 marks each, or 12 marks single case study also can be asked. Now, 2 second, dear students, what is this case study karao, case study karao? Case study is nothing but a question. Either it will be 35 AD or capital gain or residential status or salary. So it's a question. And in the question, the bit answers are asked in the form of MCQ. But the beautiful part of the MCQ is nearby answers which you may do wrongly that are only printed. So you have to be very careful and you can do it. Yes? ठीक है? तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, एक बार जल्दी से पेपर पैटर्न देख रहे हैं. I am already doing like with a good speed, I feel. But anything, any suggestion you have, let me know. And subscribe to the channel, like, share, because lined up मैं कोई भी recorded videos upload नहीं कर रही हूँ. All my lectures are live. I'm going to record important part of place of supply and TDS, TCS, and special lectures only for the total income for the TDS part like that. Huh? GST में we will take one special class of 1 hour only to solve the ITC problems. ठीक है? तो इसके लिए without fail subscribe to the channel so that you get all the updates, and let me know what is your suggestion for the 3 days of gap for taxation. I have made a plan, but if you have something lined up, do tell. Chalo. So case studies are there for 12 marks. Then one MCQ separate will be there for 2 marks. Usually tax calculation, 1 mark, 15 marks. Division B has question number 1, which is a compulsory question, not necessarily from business head. It could be salaries also, it could be deduction also. So calculate the tax as per default tax regime, calculate the tax as per normal, and whichever is beneficial. 15 marks question. Then question number 2, 3, 4, attempt any two. Don't solve extra questions ki jo अच्छा लगेगा जिसमें ज्यादा marks है, you're wasting your time. So 2, 3, 4, attempt any two. Suppose you know question number 3, 5 marks, 3B अच्छे से आता है, house property. Do that first. Then 3A. Then 2A. And my suggestion is, this is my suggestion, just I'm saying, first preference you give to MCQs of DT. Second preference you give to those क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, 3, 4 में से जो 5 मार्क्स वाले हैं ना, either it will be 5 and 5 marks, 6 and 4 marks. ठीक है? So that you do. After this, third part is go to the GST, or after this optionally third is your DT question number 1. This should be finished in 1.5 hours usually. Then you go to the GST. GST में also first preference you give to MCQ. And then second में question number 2 is fixed for 15 marks. ITC they will ask and value of supply. If they change, instead of value of supply, they can give a small problem of time of supply. I was surprised that in none of the MCQs they have asked the question on time of supply, which is usually asked. ठीक है? तो ये 15 marks आप solve कर सकते हैं. And third preference is your question number 2, 3, 4 में से any two. I feel that if you know this better, you know what do you say, that the best presentation, the first impression is the best impression. So same applies to your answer sheet. So after doing MCQs of GST, you feel, no, I know those small questions better. Yeah, whether he should go for registration or not, whether this is intra or interstate, then do that first. Is this clear? This is just a suggestion, but dear students, talk to yourself, love yourself, accept yourself, and ask from the bottom of your heart, what is your nature? I know students who study full night from 11 to 5 and 6. They say, din mein itna disturbance hota. I know students who can wake up at 3 o'clock and study super well theory subjects, practicals, but they want to sleep early. So whatever is your nature, go by that, but have a mindset so that you are not shocked in exam. Clear to all of you? risk taking in DTIDT, you have to say forego some of the deductions. जो deductions करके जाओ बहुत अच्छे से करके जाओ, same applies with TDS. Of course we teach all TDS, but we know कि इतने limits rates याद नहीं रहने वाले. So the best way to do the TDS is, I'm going to take one class live. Just remember the important provisions and just solve more and more questions now, more and more practice. Repetition is the key. Stop using more materials, new materials now. That's all. Chalo, very quickly, let us, hope you all have downloaded this copy you all are having. I've already circulated in Telegram and all. So MTP2 हम solve कर रहे हैं and you are having the calculator, notebook, pen, all. ठीक है? चलो. We'll start with the division A, which is talking about the MCQs. Okay. Pankaj, oh, what happened? Pankaj, an Indian resident. What happened? The screen is not rotating. What happened to the screen? Pankaj, an Indian resident, purchased a residential house property in August 98. So whenever you purchase the property before 2001, you have to take the cost or the fair market value or the stamp duty. So the FMV is 28.5 and the stamp duty value is 25 lakhs. So cost or fair. See, 98 may you might have purchased, but indexation starts from 2001. So what is the fair market value in 2001? Okay, that is 28.5 lakhs. But fair market value cannot exceed stamp duty. इसको स्टार मार्क करो, इसको नोटबुक में लिख लो. फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू कैन नॉट एक्सीड stamp duty value. So even though fair market value is high, here you will take what beta? Stamp duty value. ठीक है? हाँ? Stamp duty value आप ले लोगे. Okay. On 5/2/2016, Pankaj entered into an agreement with Gyan to sell the property and received advance. However, Gyan did not pay and he forfeited. When advance money is forfeited after 1st April 2014, this will be taxable as income from other sources in that same year 15 and 16. I hope you are getting, I'm reading and I'm interpreting the provisions which should go in your mind, straight to the point. If you feel you want to go to the compiler and check the answers, तो मुझे बोलो एक बार, हाँ, कहीं पे रेफरेंस की जरूरत है. 10/5/23, Pankaj sold the property to Rohan, 1.50 crores, whereas stamp duty value is 2 crores. So sale consideration or stamp duty value, whichever is higher, if the difference is up to 110%, ignore it. But here the 110 samjha na? This is 150 lakhs. Plus 10% is 165 lakhs agar stamp duty hai. So then take the sale consideration only, even though it is low. But if the stamp duty value is 2 crore, take that as sale consideration. Further, he purchased 2 residential houses at Delhi and Mumbai for 57 lakhs. Pankaj has no other income. Okay. Now I think till here, this is a capital gain problem given to all of you in the form of case study. क्यों इतना ज्यादा ऐसे हुआ बना के रखे हैं? अरे case study is very easy, very scoring. You get bitwise marks. Had it been 6 marks question, if the sale consideration goes wrong, the capital gain rule सब गलत हो जाता है. I'll take a pause here because down part is moving ahead with the problem. Index rates are given. What shall be the index cost of acquisition? So what is the cost of acquisition? We will take 25 lakhs. And तब का इंडेक्स तो 100 होगा, अभी का 348 है. So 25 lakhs, that time it was 100, now it has become 348. So 25 lakhs has become how much? Please calculate, don't just sit and listen because Deepti ma'am is calculating. स्मार्ट बनो. ऑफलाइन क्लास में कैसे मैम को जल्दी से आंसर देते हो, वैसे ही दो, बिकॉज यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट इन द फाइनल एग्जाम ऑल्सो. So 25 lakhs into 348 divided by 100. 100 has become 348. 25 lakhs will become how much? 87 lakhs is coming as the answer. You can do in your answer sheet a rough work for MCQ and write and keep. क्योंकि बार बार कैलकुलेटर में करोगे तो it will take double the time to check the figures. Okay. What would be the capital gain in the hands of the Pankaj? So what is the sale consideration? We decided to take 2 crore. So 2 crore we can write as 200 lakhs. There are no expenses related to sales. And index cost of acquisition is 87. So 113 is the answer. 113 is the answer. Clear to all of you? Right. Amount of capital gain taxable for 25-26 in the hands of Pankaj for sale of house in Mumbai. Now see, against this, actually the capital gain taxable is 113. But again this, he has purchased 2 houses. Can he sell 1 house and purchase 2 houses? If the sale consideration is up to 2 crores, yes. So he has purchased 2 houses of 57 lakhs each. So 57 into 2. Kitna aega? 114 will be the exemption in 54, and you don't have to pay any tax on capital gain. Exemptions cannot exceed the deduction. Yahan tak to theek tha. When you sell 1 house and when you buy 2 houses in Delhi and in Mumbai, promise you will not sell the house for the coming 3 years. Otherwise, the exemption is revoked. Trust me, dear student, years of experience I am sharing with all of you. Ek baar just watch the DT Sarthi practice batch capital gain videos. To the point knowledge, quality good level of the problems, and 2 classes it is over. I can teach, hours, 80 classes, 90 classes, that will not work because we know कितने से दिमाग में DT, IDT दोनों fit करना है. तो एक बार देखो वहां पे clear होगा आपको कि when you sell the house, if just purchase the house in September 24 and January 25 you sold it, it is short-term capital gain. He sells the house to his brother Gaurav for 58 lakhs, from whom 25,000 was received in cash on the date of agreement. Sale deed was registered on 30th of March, where he received the balance amount. Now stamp duty on the date of agreement is given and stamp duty on the date of registration. Oh God, this is like every second exam MCQ या कहीं ना कहीं आता है. Stamp duty value on the date of agreement you will take if the token amount is received other than cash. But here though it is received in cash, so this stamp duty value 61 lakhs is not considered. Which stamp duty value you will take, beta? 64 lakhs. So 64 lakhs may you have sold the house which you have purchased in 57 lakhs. 64 lakhs may you have sold the house which you have purchased in 57 lakhs. So 7 lakhs is the short-term capital gain and B bit is your answer. Okay. What would be taxable in the hands of Gaurav? Oh, Gaurav has received the property. He has sold the property to his brother Gaurav in 58 lakhs, whereas the stamp duty is 64. When market value or the stamp duty value of the property is 64, why did you sell to Gaurav in 58? Difference is gift income from other sources, but for Gaurav. कितना आ रहा है 64 and 68 6 lakhs 6 lakh एक तो बिट का आंसर होगा आई हैव ऑनेस्टली नॉट चेक बट इट्स अ चैलेंज कि एक तो बिट का होगा एंड दिस आंसर इज रॉन्ग when you sell the property to your relative even though there's a difference in the sale consideration and stamp duty 56 to 10 will not come ये देखो 6 lakh एक बिट है बट ये गलत आंसर है Gaurav has received the property in actual sale consideration and stamp duty. There's a difference of 6 lakh. So generally for the buyer, 6 lakhs is taxable in income from other sources under section 56, subsection 2, clause 10. But here the answer is nil because Gaurav is his real brother. He comes in the definition of the relative. Ma'am, ये क्या बना रहे हो आप plus का sign? You are here. Father, grandfather, son, grandson, mother, father, their brothers and sisters. So your chacha and bua, your own brother and sister, brother ke wife, sister ke husband. Khatam. Followed all of you. Please comment below. Let me know the response. Am I going fast or is this clear to all of you? Bolo. Had it been sold to other than relative, definitely D bit would have been answer. And what mistake students will do that they will definitely give. Pakka they will give. All right. Sure. What shall be the tax credit available with Pankaj with respect to sale of the property at Kanpur during previous year 23-24, assuming the tax was fully deducted by Mr. Rohan? Now, they are talking about, so the sale consideration is how much? 200 lakhs. So now comes into play section 194 IA. If the property transferred, the value is above 2,50,000, then 1% TDS is deducted. That is 2 lakh. Whenever you sell the house, 1% TDS is deducted. Is Pankaj required to file his return? Yes. Yeah. What is his income? ये तो नहीं है लेकिन one second, eligible capital gain. 1 second, dear students. We had a doubt for 2 crore. No, we will check it in the capital gain. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अभी तो रेफर कर ही सकते हैं ना हम. Section 54. These are all Sarthi DT compiler booster notes, come quality good question answers, and they are all available in the Telegram. All notes, because बिना notes के कैसे पढ़ोगे बेटा? तो दे दिया notes भी आपको. Yeah. If the capital gain is less than, can you see this? Can you see the screen? Yeah. If the capital gain is up to 2 crore, okay, right? House property can be purchased 1 year backward and 2 years forward. Okay. 2 properties you can purchase because the capital gain is less than 2 crore. So what we discussed is the very correct answer. But now, should he file the return? Yeah, the short-term capital gain to अगले साल आएगा. Is Pankaj required to file the return? Yes, since income exceeds the basic exemption. He has already got the taxable income. Yeah, sure, dear. We'll keep it till the exam, and definitely you can ask any doubts here. I can understand. Many of the students are not able to see. एक minute. Someone is asking the question that, ma'am, will you keep it till the exam? Answer is yes. अरे रहेगा, जब इतनी मेहनत करके एक एक चीज आपको बता रहे हैं तो why would I delete it? I can understand some students have made their own timetable and they are doing law now. And because of my other offline classes, I am late actually to post this. I do accept that. So definitely it will be there in the 3 days of exam also. You can refer. Acha, abhi dekho, actually, ma'am, you just now said that he will get exemption and the capital gain will be nil. This short-term capital gain is to next year. But before the exemption, before availing 54 exemption, if his income is above the basic exemption, he is required to file the return. And answer is yes. Okay. Clear to all of you? Chalo. So we have completed. Oh, is it? Single case study, 6 question, 2 marks. Was it very easy? Chalo. Mrs. Deepak, wife of Santosh, started a business of beauty product. She herself invested 5 lakh out of the gift received from husband. Okay. So husband se gift mila and she invested 4 lakh from her own self. This is gift received from husband. She earned a profit of 9 lakh. Oh God, 2 marks के लिए मतलब clubbing का इतना easy question है. She has earned a profit of 9 lakh. Which of the following is correct? Whenever husband has gifted the amount to wife, as long as she is using the gift, no problem. When she starts getting income from that capital, proportionate whatever husband has contributed, that much income is going to be clubbed in the hands of husband. So share of 9 lakh, no. Share of 5 lakh is includable in the hands of Santosh and 4 lakh Deepika. 5:4 ratio में दोनों के हाथ में tax होगा. This is a simple clubbing question. Only thing I was surprised that they have not asked much set off, which very well comes in the final exam. और GST में भी I thought कि time of supply बिल्कुल नहीं पूछा है दोनों MTP में. Whereas final exam तो it's going to come. Time of supply का एक question आता है. पूछा है indirectly they have asked. Ex a resident of 47 years, salary income computed. See, salary income computed. Indicator in your mind, don't give standard deduction. It's already deducted and given. Agricultural income 1 lakh. Compute his tax liability if he has decided to pay tax in default tax regime. Superb. MTP 1 also same question. MTP 2 also same question. Rebate. If you are in normal tax regime up to 5 lakhs total income, you get a rebate of 12,500. Ma'am, you can say orally why you are writing. To sink in your mind, you have to ink. If you are also writing, you are doing a great deal. Trust me. If you have a printout, if you have this question, uske side mein likh lo. Chalega if some of the questions you are solving with me in the question paper. Because if I shift to notebook, that data content is lost, I feel so. If you are filing a return in default, up to total income 7 lakh, you get a rebate of 25,000. And here the income has just exceeded 725. Huh? Now compute the tax if he is paying the tax in default tax regime. So I hope all of you know you have to use agric. I want you all to solve it here itself. मैं तो इधर ही कर रही हूँ ताकि डेटा दिखे. आप लोग नोटबुक में भी कर सकते हैं ना प्लीज. Agricultural income plus non-agricultural income, calculate the tax. So you have to calculate the tax on 825. 0 to 3 lakhs nil. 3 lakh to 6 lakh 5%, that is 15,000. 6 lakh to 8 lakh मतलब 2,25,000 का 10% 22,500. So what is the tax beta? 37,500. Don't add education cess here. Even in marginal relief, add the education cess after the marginal relief. Add the education, ये भी एक booster notes है. Add the education cess after the, मैं भी लिख के रखती हूँ, मैं आपको फिर से याद कराने के लिए लिख रही हूँ. Add e-cess after agricultural income step method after giving marginal relief. Done, done. Chale? So 37,500. Now what is tax on agricultural income plus basic exemption? Agricultural income is 1 lakh and basic exemption is 3 lakh because he is paying tax under default. So 4 lakh में से 3 lakh तो exempt है, 1 lakh का 5% 5,000. Clear or not? Out of 4 lakh, 4 lakh कैसे है समझ में आया ना? 1 lakh plus basic exemption 3 lakh. 3 lakh तो exempt है, 1 lakh पे 5% 5,000. I hope you all are also writing. Okay. So what is the tax payable? 32,500. Now, what is the tax payable on 7,25,000 वो agricultural income add करके 32,500. What is, I'm giving you the best of the steps. This is one of my favorite problem. इतना beautiful है ये problem. What is the tax payable on 7 lakh? अगर इनकम 7 लाख होती तो टैक्स कितना आता? नील. मैम व्हाई? Because up to 7 lakhs in the default tax regime there's a rebate. If you have a doubt, watch my first lecture, DT Sarthi batch first lecture for the default tax regime, it will be clear. हाँ चलो, मैं बार बार मैम आपके वीडियोस क्यों बोल रहे, क्योंकि वो करने के बाद this will be so easy. MT, what is the tax payable on 725 32,500? What is the tax payable? 7 lakh. And what is the excess tax? 32,500. What is the excess income? 25,000. Just because my income increased from 7 lakh to 7 lakh 25,000, my tax is increasing to 32,500. How can the increase in tax be more than increase in income? I want a rebate. So how, ma'am, just now you said rebate is only till 7 lakhs, but उसके बाद भी थोड़े तक आएगा. Understand my dialogue. 7 lakh tax is nil. 7 lakh 25,000 32,500. Just because the income increased to 32,500, the tax increased by 32,500 because the income increased by 25,000. Are you all with me? Yes, right. Then I want whatever extra income is coming now above 7 lakhs, you keep it as tax. But I want a rebate. How much? 7,500. 7,500. Followed all of you? Rebate. Now what is the tax payable? Agriculture, ये बहुत थोड़ा in-depth problem, and I know, like, frankly speaking, not worth it for 1 mark. This was like one-liner question for 2 marks. देख के समझ में आ गया clubbing. This is not worth it. But this is how exam is. If something is technical, there's going to be something very easy also. So I want a rebate, 7,500. Now what is my tax payable? Tax payable is 25,000. Final tax में 4% cess add करो 1,000. And answer is 26,000. Ma'am, none of the problems you did in writing. Why did you do it this in writing? Because it's like super. इसको करो. Nice. MCQs are over, beta. Anyone is having any doubt, ask. Otherwise, we'll go to the big question. That will be calculate your routine tax. Calculate. It's a very nice formula. मुझे वापस कुछ repeat करना है तो आप बोलो. I'm to saying, I've also taken a Magic of Logic series where I've covered this rebate concept only. House property, I am solving one after the another. You can do it there itself. Sunil, aged 48 years, a resident Indian, has furnished the following particulars. 48 years means no seniority benefit. He occupies ground floor of his residential building and has let out the first floor for residential use at an annual rent of ground floor खुद रह रहा है, self occupied है, और first floor जो let out है, annual rent of 2,95,000 will take as GAV because high, low, high is not there. He has paid municipal taxes, 25,000 for the whole property. So 12,500 GAV में से municipal tax निकाल दो. Because this is very easy, I'm not reading the whole question. If you feel no ma'am, first read the whole question, pause there. हाँ? ये है इंटरेस्ट का पॉइंट है, SEZ है, 80JJ, बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, रियली. You are requested to compute total income and tax liability in the manner beneficial. So you compute normal tax also, default tax also, and more. चलें साथ में? Yeah. So what will be the NAV? 282,500 into 30% standard deduction, 84,750. Okay. Interest. He has paid 1,50,000 as interest and 80,000 towards principal. So 80,000 principal he towards principal for the in the year 2018. Loan he has taken in 2018, but no detail is given. So forget about the pre-construction interest. Can we deduct the interest 1,50,000 here, 75,000 in the self-occupied, GAV is nil, NAV is nil, and you get the answer. I'm not solving in notebook so that you have all the data with you. 122,750 and this is 75,000. So what is finally the income from the self-occupied property? Kitna aa raha hai? Are you all also calculating? Make sure you all comment below the video, please. That will be a great motivation for me also. Yeah. Now there are two things. If we are computing first the tax as per default tax regime, then self-occupied you cannot show a loss. So I want to go to the answer. आंसर में ये देखो सेम ही सब किया हुआ है. Self-occupied property you cannot show a loss. Where? In the default tax regime. In the normal tax regime, yes. So if you want, you can do one page default, one page normal together in the exam or like this. ठीक है? यहाँ तक clear है? चलो, we'll go to the next one. He owns industrial undertaking SEZ, which he has commenced operation in 1920. So you're ending 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 5 years are not over. So 100% deduction you can claim. After 5 to 10 years, 50% and so on. Total turnover is 400, which includes 150 lakhs for the export turnover. Out of 150 lakhs, only 120 is received in India. So whatever is received in India, only we will take. And the total profit is 40 lakhs. So kitna export profit exempt hoga? 12 lakhs. But this will all be done in normal tax regime. In default tax regime, no. Profit from this industry is 40 lakhs. So directly we will take 40 lakhs. Ma'am, why didn't you do 50%? Because we are in the 5th year, beta. Once 1 to 5 years are over, then 50% profit is deductible, taxable under SEZ. And then 10 to 15th year more. So on. ठीक है ना? Long term capital gain on, हाँ अब तो ये तो next शुरू हो गया, पहले problem तो पढ़े. So this is, we are calculating the tax in default tax regime. करके देखो चलो. He employed 20 new employees. Out of 20, 12 were employed on 1st May for 18,000 and remaining were employed on September. So September will not give. All the employees participated in PF and all. So 12 employees. What is their salary? 18,000. And they joined on 1st May. So into 11 months. Dekho. I'm just calculating and keeping the other part also. तो बाद में ना करना पड़े. Don't do all this in question paper, beta. I'm exactly reading the question as a student will read. What interpretation will go in your mind, that I'm saying loudly, and that's what I'm doing. 23 lakh 76,000 ka 30%, 80 double J double A. 7,12,800. अच्छा है, क्लियर है. पर अभी नहीं मिलेगा. Right now he'll not get. Last problem also like 80 GGC donation was there which he got later. He earned, see, never you will get a question जिसमें 80 TTA 80 TTB ना हो. So without fail, just learn and go. 80 TTA is saving account interest deductible for all up to 10,000. 80 TTB deduction is saving and FD interest up to 50,000 deductible for senior citizen. है ना? चलो. See, he earned 30,000 and 40,000 as interest on saving bank deposit and fixed deposits. Both the interest, where it will be taxable, beta, 30 and 40, income from other sources. 30 and 40. और अभी तो deduction नहीं मिलेगा. Next, he sold a vacant land for 15 lakhs. Stamp duty value was 16 lakh. Googly. Sale consideration is 15 lakhs. Most of the students will go wrong. Stamp duty value is 16 lakhs. क्या लोगे बोलो? I want someone to answer. Zoom में जो लोग पढ़ रहे हैं आप बोलो, YouTube live वाले बोलो. Ma'am, sale consideration or stamp duty, whichever is higher. But up to 110%. That is, if this is 15 lakhs, 1.5 lakhs or extra. 16.5 lakhs, don't consider. Take actual sale consideration only as your sale consideration. So you will not take 16 lakhs. This land was acquired in 98. Fair market value, you will take. Cost is of no importance. Fair market value was 480 and the stamp duty is 4. So I told you fair market value cannot exceed the stamp duty. ये last problem में अभी MCQ में आ रहा है. Last I mean say sorry. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 में आ रहा है. लास्ट प्रॉब्लम इट वाज इन एमसीक्यू. सुपर डुपर इंपॉर्टेंट. 5 स्टार किटकैट सब खिला दो. हाँ, विदाउट फेल ये पूरा करके जाना. चलो, तो what we will take stamp duty value 4 lakh. He has incurred registration expense also 12,000. 4 lakhs का पहले इंडेक्स कॉस्ट करो और सेल कंसिडरेशन डोंट टेक 16 lakhs, टेक 15 lakhs. तो ये देखो कैपिटल की सेल कंसिडरेशन 15 lakhs, index cost of acquisition 4 lakh. Okay, right. And while purchasing he has incurred the expense. So silly mistake nahi karna. Don't reduce the expense from sale consideration. He has incurred expenses of 12,000 at that time when he purchased the property. So वो तो cost में you will take, no? So cost is 280 plus 12, 292. But fair market value is more. So you have taken that and you got the capital gain. Is my speed fine? Can you please comment below? You all are able to recollect. Ma'am, why didn't you take 16 lakh stamp duty value higher than 15? Because up to 110% increase in the sale consideration, ignore the stamp duty value. And here stamp duty value was more, fair market value was less. As on 1st April 2001, stamp duty value cannot exceed the fair market value. तो स्टैम्प ड्यूटी वैल्यू ही आप लोगे, ठीक है ना. फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू कैन नॉट एक्सीड द स्टैम्प ड्यूटी वैल्यू. फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू 4.8 था, स्टैम्प ड्यूटी 4 था, तो आप कॉस्ट के लिए क्या लोगे बेटा? 4 लाख. हाँ, टेक योर टाइम. आई होप नाउ यू ऑल आर वेरी क्लियर. Oh, I really missed कि even if you are in default tax regime, 80 double J double A ये तो मिलेगा. 80 double J double A मिलेगा. I'm thinking when there are 3 days holidays, let us do 1 hour class at least for the comparative. No, will it be helpful? Please comment below. I don't want to teach what I like. I want to teach what you all want to learn. Huh? चलो. So 30% we have already calculated. कहाँ किया था बेटा हमने? Question में था. ये रहा. 7,12,800. Let us give that deduction. No other deduction. So you got total income. In total income, special rate, other normal income 3 lakh तक nil, 3 to 6 lakh 5%, 6 to 9 lakh 10%, 9 to 12 lakh जो next 3 lakh है उस पे 15%, फिर 20% and this. Okay. And health and education says only the final tax should be rounded off. Final tax should be rounded off. Is it clear to all of you? Chalo. So this is our tax as per default tax regime. Now take the total income. 35. ठीक है, चलो ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम से शुरू करें. ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम कितना था? 43,000. नाउ आई एम गोइंग एज पर द नॉर्मल टैक्स रिजीम. तो नॉर्मल टैक्स रिजीम में self occupied property में भी 75,000 interest will be deductible. या and section 10AA deduction ये आपको बताया था ना. 10AA deduction ये रहा. 400 में 120 तो 40 lakhs में कितना? 12 lakhs. So 12 lakhs you will get deduction. ये रहा section 10AA. Repayment of housing loan 80,000 you will get deduction. Insurance premium is paid for the major son, that's there in the question. हाँ, तो वो भी deduction मिलेगा. See, if you go for default tax regime, you will not give any deduction except for employer's contribution to Agniveer Corpus Fund 80 CCH2, 80JJAA. But here you will give all. Excuse me. You will also give, dear students, 10,000 deduction for the saving account interest. Ma'am, FD is also there. FD interest deduction is given in 80 TTB to senior citizen up to 50,000. Okay? So now you are getting the normal income. Can you just observe the normal income is less than the default? Let us now calculate tax on normal income. Long-term capital gain pay 20%. Balance income pay normal tax. Health and education cess and rounded off. Okay? Right. Now, in normal income, if you have section 10AA or section 35 AD or section 80JJAA, you have to check AMT. AMT is not applicable for default tax regime, but in normal tax regime, of course, it is applicable. तो जल्दी से करते हैं. Computation of adjusted total income. कितना है total income as per the normal provisions? अभी आपने किया ना normal provisions 2180 to 950. But you have taken 80JJAA deduction also. So add back that. Add back section 10AA. Now whatever is you are getting, calculate 18.5% and which says. What is your normal tax liability? 474. What is your AMT? 788. So you have to pay under 115 JC 788. This reminds me that for final students, you have 115 JB, that is mad. Huh? I have told in the morning. Once again, I'm giving a very, very important reminder for all of you. Section 115 BAC default tax regime. What is the income and tax you calculate? Normal income पे normal slab rate 2,50,000 calculate. इसमें अगर इन तीनों में से कोई भी है तो also calculate AMT. Out of these two, whichever is higher, you have to pay. And when you get this, say AMT is higher, this or 115 BAC, whichever is lower. Don't rectify higher and lower. Ask your logic. AMT is ki come. If your tax is coming 10, AMT is coming. Come se come AMT to you have to pay, no? And if 115 BAC is 25, now 25, 15, whichever is lower. You will score super well if you trust this process, do the writing practice, use the calculator, watch the revision videos. आप पक्का अच्छा करोगे. ठीक है? चलो साथ में करते हैं जल्दी से. हाँ. तो 7 finally now what is decided? 474 or 788? 788. Now 788 you compare with your 796. To come out of the default tax regime, pay 788 tax and difference you can take tax credit which you can carry forward for the coming 15 years. That's what all is given, you know. AMT credit which will be carried forward. Easy. MTP to compulsory. Question number 1 में either they are giving business head and capital gain and deduction. Or question number 1 में they are giving salary and capital gain and deduction. हाँ, हाउस प्रॉपर्टी भी तो पूछ रहे हैं ना, इसमें हाउस प्रॉपर्टी भी पूछा था. Question number 2 is always residential status. Let us check the question. For residential status, make sure you write the conditions. Okay. CA D'Souza is an American, got married to Kabir of India and came to India for the first time in March 23. She left on 16th August 23 and she returned on 23rd March 2024. Okay. So whenever you are asked residential status proper question, you have to write The basic condition is she there in India for 182 days or more? Because second condition 60 days or more and 365 days वो तो applicable ही नहीं होगा, है ना? चलो, तो she has left Australia. She has left for Australia. तो इंडिया कब आए? 23 में, अप्रैल पूरे 30 days, मई, जून, जुलाई, August. Again she returned on 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 30. 9 days. 23 और 31 दोनों को ऐड करेंगे तो how many days you are getting? 30 plus 31 plus 30. Please write the conditions in exam which I have told you enough in the practice batch also. 147 days she is in India and she has come for the first time. She is not satisfying first basic condition. Second condition 60 days or more तो वो तो सवाल ही नहीं है because she is coming for the, so she is a non-resident. She is not fulfilling any conditions, so she is a non-resident. Okay. Now she has purchased a flat in Mumbai, which was let out to Sameer on rent 26,000 from 1st June. Okay. So rental income will come for 10 months. June, April में तो नहीं आएगा. So 2,60,000. She has taken a loan to purchase the flat and charged interest. But पहले तो even if municipal taxes are nil, standard deduction 30% you will give and 70% we can calculate. See, more of house property they have asked, इतना नहीं पूछते हैं. 78,000. And फिर interest on loan, how much? 2,05,000. Full interest is deductible. Why? Because it's a let out property. So oh, I did mistake. इसको ऊपर लिखना था ना 78,000. 260 का 30% standard deduction है तो NAV is 1,82,000. Full interest is deductible, so there's a loss of 23,000. चले साथ में? Yeah. While in India during the previous year 23-24, she had received a gold chain from her in-laws. Okay, if received from relative is exempt, and 1,65,000 from the close friend. वो तो taxable होगा. Income from other sources में, if gift is received in cash or in kind like jewelry, property, asset, and all above, 50,000 is going to be taxable in income from other sources. From information you are required to determine residential status, compute her income, assuming she is shifted out of the default tax regime. That's why we took the interest part also. Excuse me. And these classes are exhausting because there is nothing I can say. बेटा आप ये लोग copy कर लो, मैं 10 मिनट बैठती हूँ. ठीक है, it's a matter of 2-3 days थोड़ा exertion होगा. Tomorrow don't miss the GST solving. I'll tell you the paper pattern and the weightage and we will solve the questions also. Question number 2 is over. It is for 6 marks. Worth it, no? For 6 marks. Yeah, of course, Twen. Can you set off the house property loss in other source income? Answer is yes. So what will be your gross total income? 1,42,000 positive. Or छोड़ दो. Don't calculate the tax and all if they have not asked. Okay. TDS provisions का weightage थोड़ा कम हो गया है. Now it's going to be 4 marks as per the MTP. We don't know. But बहुत easy question. Harish bought an overseas tour package. for his family, you know, overseas tour package where traveling, lodging, boarding, all you get of 10 lakhs on 1st 11/23 from an agent. He made the payment by account pay check and he provided his PAN card detail. Now here TCS is applicable. TCS is applicable 206C. 1H तो sales वाला है तो 1G. Now overseas tour package, had it been, I'm just giving you extra. They may ask you थोड़ा सा अलग. हाँ. So had it been before 1st October 2023, तो फिर 5% on 10 lakhs. That's what is the TCS. This is just for your knowledge. Don't write in exam. This is after 1st October. So up to 5 lakhs, 5%. 5 lakh ka 5%. Sorry, up to 7 lakhs. Overseas tour package up to 7 lakhs. I know you have to learn the rate, but learn करना है क्योंकि ये बहुत important है. 7 lakhs का 5%, 35,000. और remaining 3 lakhs का 20%, 60,000. So TCS collected is 95,000. Clear to all of you? I know I got little delayed and you all have your plans. ठीक है, 3 days of exam or whenever you want to cover up, do that. Please comment below the video if you really like this to the point knowledge. और जहाँ जहाँ मैं solve कर रही हूँ and I feel that students might get stuck up, I am explaining the provision. That too in very crisp and clear way. And these are all live classes, not recorded and uploaded. So take the most of benefit. Aditya pays 55 lakhs to Naresh for supply of labor for carrying out construction work of his factory. Aditya's turnover is 95. See, if someone is not covered under tax audit, तो 194C applicable नहीं है. But अगर 194C applicable नहीं है तो 194M लगेगा because the payment has crossed 50 lakhs. So on the, and it's not कि once the payment crosses 50 lakhs, 5 lakh पे लगेगा, no. If it crosses 50 lakhs on the whole 55 lakhs, it will be 5%. 55 lakhs pay, 5% will be your TDS, 2,75,000. Are you writing? I'm not going to the notebook because I don't know if some of you can help me. I've tried asking whoever I know, you know, some of the users, they shift on the right side only, their notebook is. If I have to go to notebook, it's like this. इसको बंद करो और फिर ऐसे notebook में जाओ, तब तक question is lost. है ना? कोशिश कर रही हूँ बेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी सीखने की. चलो. Salary question, we can solve it there itself on the left hand side. It's going to be very easy. Priyanka is the general manager for how many months? This question is salary wala. 6 months. And he has shifted out of the default tax regime. So you can aram se give him the PT and standard deduction and all. But you know, one mistake in salary is make sure if he's retiring in December, you take the salary for 9 months. Here to Priyanka is not retiring. So let us take the salary for 12 months. 40,000 into 12, 4,80,000. Value of medical facility in the hospital maintained by company exempt. RFA though given first, generally we should do last because the definition of salary for RFA, I'm revising for all of you. Basic. फिर क्या है आपका? Basic. फिर DA. फिर bonus. फिर commission. फिर taxable allowance. बस. Not perquisite. So make sure you all calculate it properly जैसे. ठीक है? चलो, हाउसिंग लोन ऑफ 7, तो रेंट फ्री अकोमोडेशन अभी पेंडिंग रख रहे हैं. You may have taxable allowances के लिए. Loan you have taken 7 lakhs at 6%, whereas SBI rate is 9.5%, and this is for 12 months. So 7 lakhs ka 3.5%. This is the benefit flowing to employee from employer, 24,500. A dining table was provided to Priyanka at her residence. This was purchased in 2020 for 60,000 and sold to employee in 23 for 30,000. Now furniture pay, whenever it is transferred to employee from the original cost till the date of transfer, for every completed year you have to charge 10% depreciation SLM. So 1620, 1621, 22, 23 nahi lenge, because 1623 3 years are completed and before that 15 mein hi de diya. So 60,000 into 10% depreciation for 2 years, 12,000. So the day I gave you the value is 48,000 and we gave you in 30,000. So 18,000 is taxable. I'm doing it here. You can definitely do this in the working. Check my practice batch. One problem is there, exactly same. 28th or 29. I can show you abhi in the Sarthi batch. But time जाएगा. You all can take this Sarthi batch. कितने pages का है? देखो material. मेरे ख्याल से 270 pages. Booster notes, quality good question answers. In that, the same question is there. Credit card bills 10,000 was paid by the company, taxable purpose. Maruti Suzuki car was purchased by company on July 21 for 2,50,000 and it was sold to the SSE on 14. See how smart they are. Before the year is over, 2 दिन पहले ही they transfer. So that whole year is missed out. I hope you are getting. Only for the completed year. Only for the completed year. Only for the completed year you have to take depreciation. Yes, and it is motor car. So you will take the depreciation 20% WD. July 21, July 22, July 23 नहीं लेंगे क्योंकि उसके पहले ही दे दिया. So 20% depreciation is 50,000. So now 2 lakh and we have given in 160. Yeah. So what is the value? 40,000 requisite value. Now other income. Other income बाद में देखेंगे. So did you observe one thing? Other than salary, there is no DA, there is no bonus, no commission, no taxable allowance. So rent-free accommodation, how will you take? Rent-free accommodation has changed in between the year. Yes, rent-free accommodation was earlier 15%, April, May, June, July, August, 15%. September से it has been changed to 10%. ठीक है? So we will also do like this. 4,80,000 into 15% from April to August, 5 months. And 4,80,000 rent-free accommodation is 10% for remaining 7 months. How much is it coming? देखो, 480 into 15% into 5 by 12. I'm writing everything. 4,80,000 into 15% into 5 divide by 12. So 30,000. Memory में डाल दो. 480 into 10% into 7 divide by 12. I hope you are getting. Rent-free accommodation is very beautiful. In star market, very important. Rent-free accommodation. It's 10%. नाउ डू द टोटल ऑफ ग्रॉस सैलरी, क्योंकि बाकी से तो कोई मतलब नहीं है, तो पहले ग्रॉस सैलरी का टोटल कर लेते हैं. 4,80,000 plus 58,000 plus 24,500 gross salary. How much you all are getting the answer? Okay. A dining table, I really, this is like an optional thing. Long back, we had a compiler kind of thing in the old syllabus. तब भी ये point रह जाता था. फिर से एक बार आ जाओ. Dining table was provided to Priyanka. This was purchased on 1/6/2020. So since then, Priyanka is using. This was sold to Priyanka on 1st May 23. So April whole month she has used. No. Any employer's asset used by employee, 10% per annum for 1 month. 60,000 into 10% divided by 12. 500 rupees will be purchased. बात समझ में आया? 2020 से we have given a furniture to use to Priyanka. Now in May 23 we said Priyanka, you keep it in 30,000. Array, but April month of Priyanka has used, no? So that 500 also we have to add. So the standard deduction ke pehle the gross salary is coming 6,31,000. 50,000 standard deduction. There's no PT. And entertainment allowance is deductible only for government employees. So ये आ गया आपका 581. 581. Gross total income you have to come. And she is shifted out of the default tax regime. So now can we take all the other incomes? 581 is the salary income. FD interest, specified mutual fund, बैंक FD of minor. So minor में अगर कोई भी minor married daughter also, income is clubbed in the hands of parents under section 1032. For every minor 1,500 standard deduction is allowed. I hope you are liking my flow, क्योंकि ये flow रुकता ही नहीं है, एक के बाद एक के बाद एक के बाद एक concepts याद आते जा रहे हैं. So 7,000 is taxable, specified mutual fund is taxable, and 2,500 is taxable. So 12,500 is your income from other sources. 593,500. PPF का deduction आप ले लो. वैसे they have asked only gross total. So if you want, you can show ATC or you can skip. Ma'am, ATC मिलेगा ना, because she has come out of default tax regime, she can take under section ATC, but they have asked only gross total income. तो रुक जाओ, don't calculate extra. Check the whole question. I have done exactly with the mindset. CMA students, if you are also practicing this, this is asked for 8 marks. वहां पे यहाँ तो फिर भी 6 marks के लिए पूछा. चलो, partnership firm question. Ravi and Sons consist of 2 partners. Report a net profit of 2,50,000. 4 mark का छोटा सा question है. Before this, okay. So generally we call it as book profit. 7,50,000 is net profit before. Salary paid to each working partner. Okay. Depreciation on plant and machinery. Of course, we can deduct depreciation. Interest on capital is 15%. An amount of capital eligible for interest is 6 lakhs. So though as per deed it is 15%. Income Tax Act says you cannot pay more than 12% interest. So 6 lakhs ka 12%. That comes to 72,000. When you deduct depreciation, when you deduct interest on capital, now what you get is called as book profit. 4,28,000. Now, how much salary can you pay to partner? First 3 lakh तक 90%. याद है या नहीं सबको? First 3 lakh तक 90%. On the balance 1,28,000 60%. 1,28,000 पे 60%. 76,800 plus 270. 346,800. अच्छा है, क्लियर है, समझ में आ रहा है सबको? How much is the maximum salary you can pay? That's what they have asked. Book profit हमने compute किया, ये रहा book profit. Amount of salary that can be paid. Though they have paid 25,000 each month to 2 working parties, not to each working party. They have paid 3 lakh. 3 lakh is within the limit, no problem. Don't do extra. What is book profit? Depreciation, आपका interest on capital सब निकाल लो, you get book profit. Now up to first 3 lakh of book profit, it is 90%. This can be asked in MCQ also. And remaining book profit 60%. That's all for a 4-mark question and worth it also for 4 marks. है ना? See. Surely they are going to ask you a problem on set off carry forward of the losses. This is for 6 marks. And how many losses you carry forward, that you have to write separately, beta. So following are the details of Roshan. Short-term capital gain, loss from house property, loss from speculative business, loss from card games. Card games में loss बताना allowed ही नहीं है. You cannot show a loss in card games. Dividend is taxable in income from other sources. Loss from tea business, tea, coffee. Income is also exempt 60%, taxable 40%. So loss also, how much you will consider? Only 40%. Okay. Roshan's wife, Samita, is employed with Ray Limited at a monthly salary of 25,000, where Roshan holds 21% share, more than 10% voting power, ownership. Samita is not qualified also, where husband is having more than 10% voting power, where wife is getting salary without any qualification. If she is working and she is qualified, no problem. Then this income is clubbed in the hands of Roshan. Calculate the income if he has exercised the option to shift out of default tax regime. Ascertain the losses to be carried forward. Beautiful problem. Same kind of problem can be asked again. So how much is going to be the salary income? Roshan ke liye 25,000. Wife ki salary is going to be clubbed in the hands of husband. So 3 lakh. Ma'am, shall we give standard deduction? Yes. You're out of default tax regime. Agar rehte to bhi you can give. So what is the salary income? 2,50,000. Can you set off house property loss in salary? Yeah. House property loss is 2,50,000, which can be set off in other heads only up to 2 lakh. Are you all with me? House property loss can be set off with other heads only in 2 lakh. तो मैम बाकी लॉस क्या होगा? हाउस प्रॉपर्टी लॉस कैरी फॉरवर्ड. हाउ मच? कितना बेटा? 50,000. देखेंगे. We can set off in other also, but हाँ, हाउस प्रॉपर्टी लॉस तो अब किसी में सेट ऑफ नहीं होगा. मैक्सिमम सेट ऑफ इन अदर हेड्स इज 2 लाख. तो ये हाउस प्रॉपर्टी लॉस कैरी फॉरवर्ड होगा. and salary income will be taxable in outer column 50,000 because it's 250. 2 lakh तो आपने loss set off किया ना तो 50. Now speculative loss carry forward because it can be set off only in speculative income. Loss from card games, you have to write a note. It cannot be carried forward. Long term capital loss brought forward को carry forward करो. You remember set off and carry forward 110% bank करके I can say watch only one video. In one class the whole set off carry forward with the concept with the question answer is done. तो आप वो कैलकुलेट करो आई मीन से वो देखो वीडियो. लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल लॉस कैन बी कैरी फॉरवर्ड बिकॉज इट कैन बी सेट ऑफ ओनली इन लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन. डिविडेंड इनकम यहाँ पे टैक्सेबल हो जाएगा 11 lakhs. लॉस फ्रॉम टी इज 1,06,000. इसका 40% इज 42,500. And there is short term. फिर से एक बार I want to write this nicely. Salary कितना है taxable 50,000. House property तो it was 250. उसमें से 2 lakh loss set off किया बाकी कुछ भी नहीं है house property. Business loss आएगा ना 1,06,000 का 40% 42,500. Can you set off business loss in short-term capital gain? Yes. You cannot set off business loss in salary. 1 and 3 are not friends. Can you set off short-term capital gain? आ रहा है 150, 42,400 ये इसमें set off कर दो. तो आपका taxable short-term capital gain is coming to 1076. And income from other sources में dividend आ रहा है 11 लाख. 12,57,600. Nice. You have to do it in notebook. This is my upper side of the notebook. Right side is lower side. Working note. How many losses you are carrying forward, beta? कितने loss carry forward कर रहे हो? 3. Just check the answer in the presentation, no? TDS we have done. Salary problem I did there itself. Book profit मैंने कराया. This I wanted you to see the presentation. Salary in a column 3,50,000. Salary में house property loss we have set off. Short term capital gain में business loss we can set off. Short term capital loss can be set off in short term and long term. But बाकी तो आपके घर आके चाय नाश्ता कर सकते हैं ना. Business head can come and set off itself in short term capital gain. Yes. Those who feel you're confused, watch one lecture of 1 hour and 45 minutes and this chapter is done. And this is these notes, so many notes, you don't have to write 7 notes. जरूरत ही नहीं है. चलो. In following cases, the total income of SSE or total income of any other person in respect of which he or she is assessable, you are required to state whether SSE is required to file return of income or loss. क्या करें? Manish and Son sold a residential house on which long-term capital gain is 12 lakhs, which was invested in capital gain 54 AC. So it's not. See, I got long-term capital gain, then I invested in 54 EC. याद है सबको? NHAI REC bonds, 12 lakhs. So my tax payable is nil, but still I have to file the return because before claiming the exemption, income was taxable. Second, Samarth has incurred expenditure of 120 towards electricity. Of course, he has to file his return if the electricity bill is more than 1 lakh. Detail you can read the answer in this suggested. अभी मैंने बता दिया. Briefly mention ये तो theory question है कि आधार के लिए everyone should apply आधार number while applying for the PAN and in return and all, except people who are residing in state of Assam, Jammu and Kashmir and Meghalaya, or a person who is non-resident, or a person of 80 years and above, or a person who is not citizen, because they are not having Aadhaar. Okay, that's all. We have completed the question and see the mindset. Question में से ज्यादा. अब ये देखो. This was like 4A was set of carry forward for 6 marks. अब 4B में आपके पास चॉइस है, या तो 2 मार्क्स के ये बिट करो, रिटर्न भरना है कि नहीं, या आधार करो. रिटर्न ऑफ इनकम इज श्योरली गोइंग टू कम फॉर 4 मार्क्स. हाँ, सो वेटेज वाइज आई विल तो से नथिंग टू स्किप. देखो क्लबिंग भी आया, सेट ऑफ भी, हाउस प्रॉपर्टी भी, कैपिटल गेन भी, डिडक्शन भी, या. But of course, few things are not there, so unnecessary. Don't dive into those things and check detail. Okay? So hoping to see you all live in the GST paper solving class, MTP solving tomorrow. GST में lot of theory questions are there. So today morning, evening, I took 4 hours to give you the paper pattern, and wherever I felt stamp duty, yeah, agricultural income, I've revised the whole provision. I've made you alert. You don't calculate the cess now in step 1 and 2 of agricultural income. बाद में calculate करो. Like this, if you want to know all the pitfalls and carefulness approach in GST can help you score superb marks. Okay? So stay connected here. All these classes are going to be live. Tomorrow GST, then place of supply, then TDS and accounts. That's only for CA students. GST amendment. Already I've taught you all the amendment in GST Sarthi batch. But so many of you are asking, ma'am, GST amendment tax ke to amendment 1 and 2 lectures are uploaded in January. But watch them, GA tax amendment lecture 2 mein chapter wise I have given you the amendment. बिजनेस हेड में there's an amendment, like एक चीज क्लियर कराया है आपको. RTP is also solved, MTPs are also solved. Definitely with this we will solve the MTPs of costing also. So stay connected, like, subscribe, comment. More you comment, the more YouTube will boost, and share this daring, conceptual, confident knowledge with others also. God bless you all. Thank you so much. See you all in the class tomorrow at 11. Invite more of your friends and take a printout. You will get an amazing different confidence in GST. It's a promise. Bye-bye all of you. Yeah, any queries you have in the description, Telegram link is there. वहाँ जाके आप link में join करो. Click the picture. Any other academies material, CMA past exam, CA कोई भी आप डाउट करो, और 24 hours